RJ, the dog trainer, and in this video we're going to go over how we do our training for a dog who's had his first session. This video is for people who want to work with their dogs themselves and develop the dog's training on their own, or this is for, you know, like people who are interested in becoming a dog trainer and helping us with our dog training. So it's not focused on our handler videos, which handler videos are for teaching people how to use the commands, but this is different because we're teaching you how to train different types of dogs how to do these commands. That's different than just using the obedient the dog already knows. So the first thing we do for the first session is we want to get to know the dog. We want to know, does he like treats? Does he like the ball? Does he like pets and praise? Is he sweet and social? Is he aggressive towards us? We want to get to know him first. And then we're going to teach him sit, down, heeling, maybe some following. And that's what we do in the first session. Equipment we're going to use in the first session, and also we have a whole video on equipment, so if you want to know more about these tools in detail, go to our YouTube video that in detail goes over equipment. But this is our pinch collar. For Diesel here, he's like 40-ish pounds, so I'm not entirely sure whether he's going to be medium size or small. But now we got our flat collars, so you know, if we take a dog out for the first time and the dog doesn't know us, or maybe the owner's nearby and the dog wants to always get back to the owner, we want to make sure we have a good collar on them so that they're not going to slip out of the collar and run away, you know, because what if the owner's not there? You know, it just won't look good at the dog if you have a collar or harness on a dog that's loose and then the dog slips out of it and the dog's gone. That's a catastrophe. So having a buckle style collar and putting it on nice and snug, they won't get out. Even if they flip around on the end of the leash like a fish, you know. Some dogs will do that. It's not terrible for that to happen, but when you put this on snug enough, they won't be able to get out of it. Then we got our martingale collar, which we're going to use after they understand sit and down through using treats. I'll have them on a 6-foot leash or a 15-foot leash, whatever your preference is. I always like to use a 15-foot leash, and I'll just have my 6-foot leash around my waist, just in case I need it. And then I got my 2 balls, treats in the bag, and we're good to go. So, in this series, we're going to be giving example with multiple dogs, but today we're going to work with Diesel, and this is the collar and leash he comes with. So let's go ahead and take him out and get to know him, and we'll get these collars on him. Now, if we get a dog that's a little scared or nervous about us, then we can give these leashes or collars to the person that the dog knows and is confident with. Like if it's scared, if the dog doesn't like me, or if it's aggressive towards me or scared of me, I can tell the owner, hey, put this collar on the dog for me. So in this case, Diesel is very nice, so I don't have to have somebody else put the collar on the dog for me. So, ready, Diesel? Oh, good boy. Good. Good job. You ready? Nice. Alright, so here's Diesel. We just got him out, and right now we're getting to know him. So we want to look to see what kind of dog he is. We want to know how excited he is. You know, if he has environmental sensitivity, if he's scared of lawnmowers, scared of got like a leaf blower down that way. So, you know, we want to know if he's, what kind of dog he is. So, pretty confident. Sometimes if a dog's like frightened of you, you can kind of touch their rear end a little bit, and you'll see like a twitch in their backside a little bit. See, like that. You can see he jumped a little bit, just a slight tiny bit. So he's not like a full-on lovey-dovey social butterfly, doesn't care about anybody. He's a little bit, you know, see, like that. I touched right here. You see that twitch? So he's a little, with new people, he's gonna be a little like, ooh. Now, other things we want to do is, you know, get him to like us. So we can pat him. You know, he's all about what's going on out there. We can see if he allows us to lift his paw or his back leg with ease. So he doesn't care about that. He's locked on it we also want to see, like, does he like the ball? Because the ball is is a reward as well. Yes, we like the ball. So the ball can be used as a reward. Yes, we are insane for we love the ball. You like the ball? Come on. Yeah, good job. All right. So we know for sure that we can use a ball reward in training him. So now we got the treats. So, hey Diesel, you like treats? Hey, good. That's pretty good for some dogs. Some dogs will love treats, but if they don't know you or they're unsure about you, they won't eat treats for you, but when they're comfortable with you, they'll eventually start eating them. So this is good. Hey, buddy. So he's like not the most. Out of like a 1 out of 10, he's maybe like a 3 or 4 as far as enthusiasm for treats. So we could use treats a little bit for training, but he's gonna be, you know, focused on what's in the distance. So first thing I teach him is sit. And when we're teaching the sit, we don't want to, we can't, I mean, every dog, pretty much all the dogs I know will sit for a treat, and that's good. So he was Diesel here was a stray, you know, he probably has never had training before, but anytime you hold food up to a dog's nose, you know, and then make them look up, they're more than likely gonna sit if they like treats. So, but doing sit just in this way is gonna teach them what you're asking them to do, but it's not gonna teach them to do it around distractions so much, or around, you know, it's not gonna, we want to teach, when we teach them a command, we want them to do it even when they don't want to, even if there's distractions around, even if, you know, if there's another dog around, we want them to, they have to, you know. So in our approach, we want to teach them leash pressure, which is basically teaching them that when I pull up on the collar, that means sit. So he doesn't really understand that. So what we can do is combine using the treats and pulling up on the collar at the same time to kind of help him understand that I want you to sit. Come on. You sit? Good. Can you sit? Yes! Good job! There you go! Good. Can you sit? Sit? Oh, good. Good. So before, when we pulled up, he had no clue why we were pulling up, and as we do this with repetition, he's gonna he's gonna start registering that. Oh, I just have to sit to turn off the pressure. And also remember, this is using an escape correction, which means that we don't let off the pressure until you do what we want. You know, I feel this, and then how do I turn off the pressure? Sit, and then okay, now I release it. Come here, can you sit? Sit, come on. So, sit. Good job. That's what I want. Very good. Good boy. Come on. And then we can also push down on his butt and pull up at the same time. Can you sit? Oh, good job. You know, this is also, the way we train this is positive negative reinforcement. So, he's giving a great, oh, he does that good for just a treat. Alright, so remember, after he does the command, we want to praise him or reward him. Good, see? That did, I gently touched down on that butt and pulled up, and now he sat pretty good there. Good job. There you go. I didn't have to say anything that time, and now all I did was pull up that time. And now he sat. Whereas before, pull up, he's like, what are you doing to me? So that's a really good example. Come on, buddy. So, there you go, buddy. Oh, beautiful. That was good. Good job. Yeah. You get a treat. Very good. So he's doing this nice for the flat collar, and again, this is helpful because if we see dogs in the distance, that's all he wants to think about. Treats might not be enough to get his attention off those dogs. So if I just pull up, oh, beautiful. That's good. See? And he's like, it's okay if you get back up there. So Diesel here just learned how to sit through using a flat collar with leash pressure. And the next thing I would teach Diesel is how to lie down. And so that can be, you know, a little tricky. But it's good if he loves treats and it'll work for treats, then it's good to start with treats. And so once we get him to do a down just for treats, so he can sit, good. Can you lie down? Lie down. Lie down. Can you lie down? We can. So one thing you can do is you can get him to lower his head to the ground, and oh, look at that. Good job. Very good. And now, as soon as they're in the down, you want to pet him. We want him to believe that we're telling him lie down on the ground so we can pet him and give him like a free doggy massage. Don't go crazy with rubbing the belly because that's going to give us trouble later on when we're trying to teach down stay or do commands. So don't rub belly, even though he's really cute. Even though it's so cute. Yes. It's hard not to rub belly. Alright, so we got him to do that for the treat. Now, when we're teaching him to do leash pressure, we make him, he has to know how to do this first, where we pull up like that. And when we pull down on the collar, he's gonna think he's probably not gonna understand why we're pulling down on the collar. But we want him to understand that pulling down means I want you to lie down. We don't want him to think about it as I'm shoving you to the ground and wrestling you, and he's all confused. So we want him to be all like, yeah. So, you ready, buddy? Okay. Ready? Can you lie down? Lie down. Oh wow! Oh, I got a little sass there. You see how he like just plopped himself on the ground? Yeah. You got a little sass there, huh? You're like, why do I have to go on the ground? But now we understand why. We love anytime you get him on the ground and you're trying to teach him down, you want to like give him a free dog. Right. Don't pay attention to the cuteness too much. Alright, so one more time. Can you sit? Okay. Lie down. Oh, it's a piece of cake now. Very good. Yes. Alright, good. Come on. Now let's try to do it without the treats. Can you sit? Good job! do it while you're standing up, too. So can you sit? Good. All right. Can you lie down? Lie down. Oh my goodness. Still got some sass there. That's okay. He's playful. All right, come on. So you want to do plenty of repetitions until we get what we want. So you sit. Good. Right. Lie down. Hey, lie down. Oh my goodness. More sass. We're getting there. All right, so Diesel here just learned sit and down with leash pressure. So now that he's got that down, sit like this, good. Then pull down, lie down. Oh, very good. So he's got that down. Very good. And we don't even need, we don't have to use treats, but you can give him a treat after he does the command. That's good. But now we want to start using our other training tools, because if we try to get them to just sit or down like that when they're when there's no distractions, it's easy. But then let's say there's a dog right next to us over there, or dogs are barking him over there, he's going to start being a bit more resilient to us giving him a command, because he's not going to want to do it. He's going to want to tunnel vision and look at what's over there. So now we got to teach him how to use these training collars so that when he gets resilient, that if we just keep him on the flat collar, we're going to have to push harder down when he gets distracted. But we transfer him onto the martingale now. Now we just put even less pressure than before to even get him to do the command for us. So right here I'm having to pull up, a decent amount. But when I put this martingale collar, then we don't have to put as much muscle into it. So before we start getting him to do commands with the martingale, we want to walk him around a little bit so he get used to the sensation of the martingale restricting and tightening around his neck. We don't want to just right off the bat start using it, because we don't want him to get confused or panicky. See, that's fine. You're good. It's just a martingale. You're good. See, he didn't like it to tighten up. Some dogs are going to be sensitive. Some dogs are going to be, really just not feel anything. And you can almost skip the martingale and go straight to a pinch collar. But I don't like going just straight to a pinch collar, because we want the dog to get used to something a little bit more, and something that gets their attention a little bit more than a flat collar before we start putting a pinch collar on him. So good. So I think he's pretty used to this. So now let's pull up and get him to sit so we can push down on the butt. Good job. See? So most dogs, the first time you do that, they're gonna be like, "Oh wait, what?" Yeah. And it's important that you do this with treats in the flat collar before you go do this on a martingale, because we want them to understand what we're asking him. If he didn't understand what pulling up on the collar was when we try to get him to sit, he might just get more rebellious with when we're trying to teach him something. So we want him to feel calm, confident. This is easy, and smooth sailing, So, can you sit? Oh, wow. Yeah, barely. Just like that. All right. Ready? Can you lie down? Down. And I just barely had to put pressure down. That's a good boy. That's a good buddy. That's easy, huh? he might just be fun having a martingale, you know, his whole life, but you know, we have to show him how to use a pinch collar too. This is very good. Oh, very good. Wow. Wow, he's so good. You're a good baby. So now we can transition to a pinch collar, because you know we don't. If the dog's sensitive, we don't want to just go straight to a martingale, and a martingale really isn't going to be enough to continue the training, because at some point, you know, you're just going to be pulling up too hard, or it won't be getting his attention enough as a pinch collar. And you know, the beautiful thing about pinch collar is it adjusts to the individual dog. So you can put this on like this, and when I first put the pinch collar on him, you want to have it a bit loose. You know, you can see it's right at the base of his neck here, so that's about as loose as you want it. If it were any looser, where you can clearly see that this is hanging too much here, then he could easily like just flip it off or take it off. It might actually, we might just, I think taking one out might be a good idea, just so it's not so incredibly loose. So, just briefly going over, when you have the pinch collar on him, this is going to be the most sensitive spot of the neck. This is of course going to be the medium, and then this is going to be the least sensitive part of the dog's neck at the base. So we don't need it. We can take this martingale collar off. We don't need it anymore. But we do want to make sure we keep a flat collar on him, just in case we need to switch from the flat collar from the pinch collar to the flat collar. We don't want to just walk him with just a prong collar on. So this is his first time having a pinch collar on, probably. So before we start using it, I'm just going to walk him around just like I did with the martingale. So come on, buddy. So, a lot of times they're going to be all like, what the, why you put this on me? But we want to he's receiving it very well. Shook his head. Feel a little bit weird, but you know, no big deal. Doing very well with the pinch collar. Yeah, come on, buddy. Good. Yeah. Very good. So clearly, when he feels the pressure of the pinch collar, he's not flipping out. He's not whining or crying. It's probably at a good setting for him right now. Well, we can always tighten it later if he starts getting stubborn with us. But you know, when I pull up on the pinch, see, can you sit? So you're a little confused, but then he figured it out. Good job. Remember, you're training. Yeah. All right, let's try another sit. Oh boy, you ready? Can you sit? Oh, he's a good puppy. Very good. All right, come on. All right, let's go. All right, can you sit? Oh, see, no problem. That's very good. All right, you want to do it down? Okay. You lie down? Oh, wow. I could probably just use a hand signal at this point. You know, if your dog already knows the down and is doing hand signals for the down, you still want to make sure that they understand that when you pull down on the leash, that means lie down. You know, we can't just use our hand signals, they lie down, and then we don't have to work on it. We want to pull down on his collar so he understands fully, not just the. Good job. Can you sit? Good boy. Oh, come on, sit. Oh, yeah, very good. All right, lie down. Oh, easy. Very good. Good. All right, come on. Get up. Okay, sit. Good. All right, so we got Diesel here, and he's learned sit and down. He can do it on a martingale and a pinch collar. So he's doing pretty good. Now the next step is we're going to teach him heeling and following. Now heeling means walk by my side. Don't walk in front of me. Don't walk too far out there. Don't lag behind too much. Stay focused on me, not things out in the not things out in the broad range, out in the field. They can still look, but we don't want them we want them to be looking forward or at us, ideally. So when we were first teaching this, we want to just teach them that they have to walk on, try to keep them on the left side, but if they go to the right side the first time you teach them, that's okay. We don't want to, we just need them to understand that, hey, walk with me, don't walk ahead of me, don't pull on the leash. If he pulls on the leash, you can give a pop correction or like an avoidance correction, which is basically like you're holding the leash like this and you go back like this. If you want to learn more about like some pop corrections, using the heeling command, sit down, stay, recall, then you can watch our video that we made on using the basic commands. Let's give it. We'll get for an example. Let's show you how he does. So you tell him heel, and if he's like sniffing the ground or digging, we can give him these little nudges or pops, and you can stand that way a little bit, and there you go, heel. There you go, heel. Good. So right now we're just teaching him, don't walk too far ahead of me. I'm giving pretty light pops here. Come on, heel. Heel. Good. So right now, sit. Right now what he's learning is that when I walk too far ahead of me, of RJ, me, I get an avoidance correction. And then after a bit, he start realizing that I'm gonna give him a pop every time he walks too far forward. So after enough of those, and enough clear communication, he's gonna stop pulling, So, yep, come on. Heel, out, heel. Come on, buddy. All right, come on, heel. So if he's really like trying to pull and go ahead of you, you can always go the opposite direction and now, go forward, So another thing you notice is I'm increasing the pop correction on this collar. I'm having to do it harder and harder each time. That means that I probably need to take a link out and tighten the collar a little bit. Because, when we first put the collar on, we don't want to put it on a tie setting and then we're overcorrecting. So right now, it's a good idea. It's a good idea to remove a link because we don't want to be torquing real hard on the collar. We'd rather just give a little flick of the wrist. So we got 4 on this side and 5 on this side, so I'm going to take 1 out of the collar. And now let's see how he responds when we give him a little pop correction. So, good job, buddy. All right, yep. Good. So see, wow, a little bit more. Now he's respecting that pop a little bit more. And I'm not having to put more into it. I'm doing the same pressure as I did as before, but now the collar's adjusted to give a little bit more of a correction. Good job. Heel. No. Heel. Good. Come on, buddy. Heel. Come on, heel. Good job. Very good. So right there, you also want to keep it. Oh boy, sit. Good job. So you also see there, I did a 180 on him, and then I tell him heel and coax him out and to follow me there. But we're also teaching him that when I side by side say heel, that means you're changing direction and you have to follow me. You see? So you can see, come on, heel. Heel, come on, heel, heel, come on, heel, yeah! That's what we're doing, and he's getting a little stubborn and getting to the right side, but this is his first session, so on the heeling, so we'll let him go to the right side. But traditionally we keep him on the left. Heel. Wait for me. Good job. Wait. Good. You see how he's stopping and slowing down? We want him to go our speed, on my pace, not his pace. He goes our speed. Heel. Good job. So you see he stopped and waited for us. That was good. Very good. Heel. Come on. Heel. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Very good. Heel. Heel. Good. Come on. Very good. Heel. Good. This is good. Heel. Wait for me. Good. It's good to start off walking slow. If we take slow steps, then he's going to want to go fast, and he learns that he has to walk slow too. Heel. There you go. He's a little stubborn on that one, but that's okay. Good job. Ready? Heel. Come on. Very good. Heel. Come on. Heel. All right. Stay sit.
or we'll take one more out. Now, let's see. Good job. All right, yep. Let's see now. If he's a little bit more responsive. You can see after tightening the pinch collar, it's going to go up his neck. It's going to travel up his neck a little bit more. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yep. Let's go. Yep. Yes. Go. Good. Good. Come on. Good. Yep. Also, sit. Whenever you're doing these obedience commands and trying to teach them, you want to try and have minimum distraction. Okay. Don't do this at the dog park where frisbees are flying and dogs are running and chasing. You know, do this in your backyard where there's no one or nothing else around to distract them. Yep. Good job. Yeah, we're walking good. Yep. Come on. Come on. Yep. Yep. Good. Yep. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Nope. Good. Good. Yep. Come on. Yep. Come on. Woo. Distractions. That's all right. Good. Yep. All right. Look, you turned with me. That was good. Come on. Okay, sit. Good. Sit. There you go. Very good. Very good. All right. Nice. Yep. Come on. Good. All right. Very good. Yep. Come on. Yep. Good job. Look at that. Yep. Come on. Yep. Yep. I'm starting to speed up a little bit. Good. Now that you're good, yep. Come on. Get started. We're going faster. You know. Yep. Come on. He's doing very good. You also. Come on. Yep. Oh, okay. That's all right, buddy. He got pretty excited when I started running, but we got to learn a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes we run, and that doesn't mean we go crazy. Come on. No. No. Okay. Yep. You go. Yeah. Okay. It takes more than one session to teach him healing, obviously, but we can see. Come on. This is a great start. Sit. No. Good. Sit. So, good things to focus on is you walk him. Make sure that the pinch collar is adjusted properly, because we don't want it to be too loose to where he doesn't acknowledge the pop correction, which is going to help teach him to turn with us and not run in front of us, and it's going to teach him not to pull, you know. And then, you know, we want to make sure we stop our sign and say heel, and we also want to, you know, hold the leash properly. We don't want to hold it like this, and you don't see me doing this at all. You know, like some people will walk their dog like this, you know, and it's just a bad habit, you know. People feel like they have more control when they have to hold the leash like this, you know, but ideally, you want to hold it like this. Yeah. And, you know, the best way to get him to do a sit is grab the leash like this and pull up. Good. But yeah. Good job.
We just got done working with Diesel here, and he learned a little bit of healing, sit and lie down, and he learned to do all that on a pinch collars as well. And so for me, the next command I usually teach the dog is follow, or also known as take a break. And what take a break is it's not healing, because healing is we're having the dog walk right next to us, not walk too far ahead, not go too far out this way, not trail too far behind us. We're not asking the dog to do that. We're basically telling the dog that you can stay within any space around me within 10 feet. If you go outside that 10 feet, you have to realize, ooh, I'm more than 10 feet away. I need to turn around and come back. He needs to do that automatically on his own without me having to tell him. If he gets to 15 feet, he should know that there's a avoidance correction at the end of that leash. And again, avoidance correction is going to be teaching him to avoid the unwanted behaviors, like getting super distracted in the distance and ignoring the owner when they say come or recall, you know, or jumping, you know. So yeah, another example of this is, you know, imagine you got a circle with a dot in the middle. You are the dot, right? And you got a 10-foot radius, right? And kind of like a circle around you. The dog has to stay within that circle that moves with you everywhere you go. And if the dog goes outside that circle, then they have to make sure they come back in, you know. even if I'm running around and going in random directions, they need to stay focused on me enough to stay within that boundary, you know. So when we do this command and practice this, we want to use a 15-foot leash like this. And I already have a video on equipment, but you know, it's got a nice brass clip, 1-inch thick. And when we're using this, we have to have a pinch collar on them, you know. And then, yeah, we have the pinch collar on them. And when we're doing this command, we're not wadding up the leash like this while we're moving around. We're, you know, holding the leash like this and having it flow through our hands, right? Before you really do this command, you want to make sure that, you know, you're used to using a 15-foot leash, because, you know, you have to, when you don't want to walk the dog with too much tension in the leash, because then, you know, the dog can feel where we're at, you know. I'll go more into detail on that when we're out in the field. And then we also don't want to just have too much slack in the leash to where it's getting caught up in the dog's legs, because if the dog, let's say if the leash is on the dog and then it gets caught up under his leg and then we try to pull, it's not going to give it's going to twist them up and they're not going to get a very good correction, you know, like avoidance correction. You know, we want it to be a good pop like that. But yeah, when we're doing this command, we don't want to like be too obvious when we're moving around, because we want them just to basically be feeling just the weight of the clip. You know, if you move around, you know, they shouldn't feel the leash that we're moving from the left to the right. They should just feel the leash hanging a little bit. You can do the exercise to yourself where, you know, if I close my eyes and I hold the leash and I feel tension in the leash, I can feel where the other end of the leash is, right? Just by feeling the tension. But if I put slack, I can't just feel the pressure of the leash to know where it's coming from, but I have to listen for it. Like, let's say this is the dog and this is me. The dog has to listen and use his hearing to know where I'm at. He has to look over his shoulder. He has to, you know, use his other senses, not just assume where I'm at just because he feels where the direction of the leash is coming from. So we're gonna go get him out and give the demonstration. All right, so now we're gonna give a demonstration on how to do take a break, and we're gonna, you know, just when we're out there, we're not trying to go his direction all the time. We're trying to move in different directions. What we're doing is we're also trying to kind of set him up for correction, or, you know, try to sneak away to where he gets out of that 10-foot radius, and then so that when we can get to that about 3.5 foot, 14-foot mark, we can tell him come and then give him a pop. And, you know, if we're wow, that was fast. Got a little hole, digging a little hole here. But anyway, when we're trying to like sneak away or be unpredictable for the dog, then what that does is it makes the dog focus on us more. Because if the dog is just thinking we're just walking every time, and every time I do this and then I call him come, you know, he's gonna just start get and lax and anticipating that we're going to do that. But if I start, you know, sneaking away or walking up to things that distract him and then sneak away and then give him a pop, then he's going to start having to work harder to stay in that 10-foot circle, right? That 10-foot radius. So you want to be unpredictable, be moving around, make the dog work harder to stay in that circle, to make the dog focus on us more, and the dog has to really just, whatever it's interested in, like looking at things in the distance, it has to drop what it's doing and not look at those things anymore, and then focus back on us. Because one of the things that the dog is learning in Take a Break is focus. So this really does help teach them how to focus on us, if anything. So come on, buddy. So when you start this command, you can say, "Come on, buddy," or "Take a break." That's good. So come on, buddy. Take a break. Let's go. So you see how I'm walking and I have about enough. Stop that. He loves to dig. He's a digger. Wow. But you see, I have enough slack in the leash to where it's just grazing the grass. But it's not like this, right? Because now, see, now he's getting all tied up, and now if I pull on it, you see he's getting all like confused and all like, what the heck is going on here? So, but you know, I can't do this because now he's gonna feel everywhere I'm going. You know, it's not like a flexi leash. You know, you gotta keep the leash about like this, and that takes practice. Come, let's go. Yeah. Go ahead, sit. Now, sometimes you see me do this sort of waving in the leash. That's your preference, whether you want to do that or not. But I do that sometimes because it helps put slack in the leash for me to give a good pop. Right? Sometimes sometimes it's like right now it's not convenient to pull because it's gonna make the dog twist, or if it's a little dog, then I could just put a little this in it and then do a little pop, and because we don't want to yank on the leash too hard if it's a 10-pound dog, you know. You gotta keep it light, real light with the little dog. Come on, take a break. So ideally what we're trying to do is help him realize where that 10-foot radius is. Up, great job, yeah! No, come. All right, you go, you little sassy. Come here. Sit. Oh my gosh! Wow. You're a clown. All right, come on. I didn't even get you that hard. Good boy. So he got a good avoidance correction there. So maybe he's gonna realize that. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that was good correction, huh? Effective. Yeah. Come. Good job. Come on, buddy. Come on. Sit. Yes, beautiful. All right. You see, another thing with Take a Break is when I call them come, I'm running backwards and I'm reeling them in, right? You see, he wanted to shoot past me, so I let him do that, and then I just changed directions by continually trying to reel him in as he was coming in, you know, because that's what I'm trying to teach. So he's actually, for the first time, I think he's learning what the command come is as well. So he doesn't understand what come is. Take a Break does teach you like 3 commands in one. So it teaches following, teaches the come command, then it teaches to sit in front of us, you know. So this is good. So he's hopefully by hopefully that second correction was enough for him to realize that, oh, I better run, I better come back when RJ says come, or I'm gonna get all, you know. Come on, take a break. All right. Do that one. Good boy. And this is good. The way he's walking right now, we want him to roam. But we want him to know as soon as I get too far away, you see he's following me. That's good. As soon as RJ starts to leave, I gotta drop everything I'm doing. Wow. Good job. Good job. Yes. Don't forget to praise him. Okay. Up. Good job. Yes. All right, sit. Oh, very good. Very good. Good. Now, hold on. We'll see how he does after that correction. So take a break. Yeah. See? Wow, look at that. Good. That's really good where you know you're doing this right when you start walking out like this, and then you stop. He stops too, and then as you're walking away, see he turns around and follows you to stay within that proximity. Good job! Good job! Oh, that's very good! You want to definitely pat them and praise them a lot when they start realizing I have to stay within that 10 feet. So, that's a really good sign there. Very good. Oh, he's so good! Oh, he hears doggies barking. That's a distraction. You see, look at him. See, he is not even listening to me. He's not even aware of me right now. But when I give him this correction, he's gonna realize that I can't afford to just delve into whatever's going on in there. I have to stay with RJ. Take a break. Wait. Good job. Good boy. I went easy on him there. Now, that's good that he came when I said take a break. But if we want him to start doing this on his own, by himself, automatically, then what you can do is you can say, like, come or take a break and correct with the pinch collar at the same time. So when you correct and say come at the same time, that's gonna make him do it on his own more. But before we can start correcting him and saying come at the same time, we have to make sure he understands and is coming already to where we'll give him the command, and if he doesn't immediately come, then he gets corrected. Right? Take a break. Come on. Stop. Boy. He's doing this very well. So once you get this down, and you're walking up, start introducing other distractions. See, this is good. He can run and play while I'm just walking. But he knows if I come on. Yeah, come. Yeah, you're all sassy. You're a little sassy? That's okay. Good. Right. Come on, take a break. Good. So once you get this down, you can start working in other environments where there's a little bit more of a distraction. There you go. Very good. Start running around. Out. Come on. That's it. Good. You want a treat? Good. There you go. Come on, take a break. So, you can start running around. Wow, boy. Come on. Oh, we got a little tied up.
working out. You don't have to call him come right away. There you go. Yes, this is good. This is good. This is going to take more practice, you know, but he's definitely got the idea. Just keep on doing this the way correctly, and slowly introduce more and more distractions as you go. Then see, he was sniffing there and he dropped it, dropped the smell. Yes. That's it. Wow. That's a good boy. This is his first day. He's doing terrific.